So for my brief rebuttal, let's just say that while change management is, of course, a very important topic and a timely one for sure, my tool is a more practical, hands-on, participative process that will instantly deliver you some results or actions to take as part of the process. There's no heavy theory. There's no, X or Y axes or charts, just people sitting in a circle talking and helping you solve your very real, very grounded problems and challenges. So this technique was introduced to me as one of the many wonderful tools and exercises explored in the LEADS program, which I highly recommend, shameless plug. It was my favorite out of all the exercises that we did in the program, and that's saying a lot because I learned quite a bit in that intensive program. And the techniques come from Liberating Structures, and you can learn more in the handouts uploaded to the presentation site. Okay, so how it works. Here's how it works in a nutshell. You form a group of 4 to 5 people. You can also do this in a larger group. They call that Wise Crowds. But I personally prefer the intimacy and the trust of a smaller group. Everyone takes a turn being the client, and the rest act as the Wise Counsel, or sometimes known as consultants. So the client provides a very brief, succinct summary of whatever problem or challenge they're facing. It's even better if you can provide a single-page backgrounder in advance to the counsel with information like, what are you seeking from the group? What is the cost of this issue in terms of time or money? What solutions have you considered? What have you already tried? And then give a very brief 1 or 2 sentence summary or some bullet points of the how, why, and what. You can provide up to 3 possible solutions or options. Which option are you leaning towards and why? We did this for LEADS again, and it was very helpful to give the counsel time to prepare in advance to have a bit of a contextual understanding of our issue before we met. So then everyone sits in a circle. The client has 2 minutes to provide us a very brief summary of their issue to the group. And then the consultants or the counsel have 3 minutes to ask the client clarifying questions. It's very brief. It's just to get that informational stuff. And then next comes my favorite part. People who know me know I may be a little dramatic. The client then turns their back to the group while the group deliberates among themselves. Consultants ask each other questions. They offer advice and recommendations to the client while the client's back is turned to the group. The client cannot speak during this time. They must sit quietly and listen, and this is key. And this portion lasts about up to 8 minutes. The client then turns their back to face the group, and they have 2 minutes to respond and provide their feedback to the counsel. What was useful? What will they take away from the counsel session? What will their next steps be if they've made a decision on what they want to try? So why is it my favorite tool? I personally love this exercise because it taps into the hive mind, the skills and abilities and unique perspectives of others. It also requires the client to listen without responding or shutting down suggestions or ideas that come up, a problem many of us have. We've all had friends or colleagues who complain about something and you try to give helpful advice and they just go, no, that won't work, or I've already tried something like that, it's not going to happen. So this kind of removes that barrier. The council members will also improve on one another's ideas during the deliberation process. So there's sort of a fine tuning of recommendations. As the creators of the exercise state, the tool works especially well when working cross-functionally with council members of other departments, disciplines, or levels within or even outside an organization. It's a great exercise and a great way to build trust among a team because confidentiality is absolutely required and trust to share your problems. It's also a great way to practice active listening without getting defensive or interrupting, especially when there may be some high stakes challenges on the table. And finally, it's fun. You get to have a lot of joy in listening to other people discuss your problem, your challenge, and take it seriously, mull it over, talk about it, make some interesting assumptions and observations that you might not have even thought of. And then at the end, provide you helpful suggestions that you can actually take back to the real world and implement and play with immediately. Thank you.